Hello and welcome to Sports Counsel, your playbook for all things sports. I'm your host Matt, and I'm here with G and Brian for this episode of the show. As we draw closer and closer to fantasy draft season, we perform a final mock draft using all the strategies and analysis we've covered throughout our fantasy draft primer series. Each of our analysts will show you how you can build a championship roster from any position in the draft. Finally, at long last, we revealed the members and the draft order of our 2025 Listener League. Today is August 21st, 2025, and this is episode 182 of the show.
Ooh. What up?
Are you feeling it, guys? I feel like we are ready to roll.
I'm feeling it.
It's so ready.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wish it was already here. I'm watching this preseason football right now, and it's just not hitting.
You know, like, we started this whole thing at the beginning of August, and you kind of just, like, you're kind of getting back into it. Like, when we did our first mock draft, it's like, okay, just getting the sense of the faces and the names. But, you know, by now, it's already late August, and I'm already looking at, like, okay, is Corey Krosky-Merritt going to be there in the 15th round or not? I got to think about it.
Yeah, Bill. Who the hell is that guy? It's Bill.
See, I initially would have kept this information away from you guys, but I already know you guys are probably more tapped in.
Well, I was watching him score the touchdown.
By the way, welcome Bryant back to the show. It's been a while since we last saw you. I think it was the NBA Finals episode that we did. That was the last time you were on.
It's been a couple months of hibernation, but feeling good for the football season, yeah.
Yeah.
You would have thought something happened at USC if Bryant got on the pod, huh?
Yeah, ready to draft some. See how many USC players you can draft this time around here. But yeah, go Trojans. Looking forward for a good season. Crush that Big Ten.
If y'all don't know, Bryant is one of our many podcasters, and he also covers fantasy football as well as our college football segments. He's well versed in that. He is I think one of the only people in our podcasting group to actually go to a college with college football. So that's a plus for him.
Yeah. It's fun stuff.
Yeah. All right. So we are going to get started. We are Sports Counsel. And G, where can they find Sports Counsel at?
Oh, I'd love to tell the people where they could find us. So we're on every social media. So I'm talking Twitter, I'm talking X, I'm talking Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Facebook, and all of the big social media. We're on it. We're just find us under sports_counsel. And that's for all social media. Facebook's included for the old heads out there. And then if you're looking for a Discord, we do have one. It's popping. It's been fun. We've had some great questions coming in, good debates. That's the best part about it. You get to hear others' perspectives, not just us as well. There's other people in the community. That's what makes it a community, right? So come in, join, talk with us, and you can find that link in the bio of all our social media. And nothing to cost to join. It's free. That's the best part. And follow us on social media while you're at it, right?
Yeah, sports_counsel on all platforms, and Discord link is in the bio to all of them. Really join that Discord, guys. I mean, it is popping right now. We are setting up mock drafts like crazy. We're talking about fantasy football and kind of like we're playing some ADP battles right now and kind of just debating on who we would choose in certain rounds. And, speaking of that, we're actually going to do a mock draft right now. And we actually assembled this kind of mock draft for all of the in the Discord. We sent it out in the Discord, so we're actually going to be doing this mock draft with some of the listeners and some of the people already in the Discord. We did the mock draft at the beginning of the draft primer. Then we did all this information. We kind of learned a little bit more about our own strategies, how we would approach it, talked about some of the players. And now we're going to do another one based off all the strategies that we had. We're going to kind of talk you through how we would approach it as well. And we're drafting from 3 different positions as well. So I was drafting in the 12th spot last time. I'm going to draft at number 2 this time. Bryant is going to be drafting right in the middle at number 6. And G is going to be drafting at number 11.
Nasty 11, man.
I actually like the later. Like, we'll get into it later when we do the Listener League draft order. But I really want a spot near the kind of edges so I can get like the double up. But yeah, that's a strategy in and of itself. Yeah.
I've been practicing kind of from the end of the draft. I feel like there's a lot of good options, but you kind of need to have like a good strategy and make sure you actually hit the positions you need to there, because there could be too many options and kind of get lost in it, honestly.
So that's not like the early picks. The early picks is like brain dead picking, but, we get into it more. Hopefully, we all get what we want here.
Yep. So without further ado, let's get started on this mock draft. This is a 12-team PPR to flex for your information. So that's kind of into our decision making. And we've kicked
Let's
it
do
off.
So you got the first pick here. I mean, I'm assuming Jamar Chase will go 1. You never really know some of these sleeper bots what they're gonna do, but 2, what are we thinking, Matt?
2, I mean, I already have it locked and loaded. It's probably going to be, well, Jamar Chase just went off the board. I am going to go with Bijan Robinson at number 2. It's a very easy pick. Brain dead. I could have gone Saquon, but I just can't help myself. I love Bijan Robinson too much, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, part of the Young Men's Club, one of the founders, one could say. But right after you, the decision was made. You didn't want Saquon, so Saquon goes right after you. Makes sense. And then 2 back-to-back running back or wide receivers, CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra. Now we're on Brian's pick here at 6.
Well, they took my boy Amon-Ra.
They took USC, man.
They took my guy. Huh. Interesting. I will go running back.
Gibbs. It's a great pick.
Derrick Henry goes to Ugly Kid, who is also going to be in our listener league this year. He's always in their league. He's the artist that you might know as Mick Youngboy as well. And we have Justin Jefferson off the board. Gav, who is also on the mock, is going to be taking Christian McCaffrey at 8, which is interesting. Good to get some intel on Gav, before we actually have our mocks. I mean, our actual drafts.
Yeah, you don't really know what he's going to do. He's like a loose cannon. You know what I mean?
Exactly what I'm thinking.
We had Midi go after him with Puka Nakua, leaving me with the pick 11. And I got good options here. I got Neighbors, I got Genty, I got Collins, I got Achane, I got BTJ. Though I'm really considering the last 4, Genty or Achane at the running backs. Kind of scared me a little bit. I want something safe here, and one I don't think will come back to me. So I'm going to take Nico Collins here, and I hope one of the 2 running backs comes back to me in Genty or Achane.
And that didn't happen for you, G. Malik Neighbors and Devon Achane gets doubled up by Team 12, so now you're back on the clock.
Yeah, perfect. I said I wanted Genty or Achane, so
all right,
we're good with that. Well, I like that start from the pick 11. I think that's probably one of the better starts I can have.
I remember at 12 last time I did Nico and Brian Thomas. I think I doubled up on the wide receivers, but I do like the strategy. I think I'd probably want a starter in both in that case.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I like what I have here. It's a solid start. It's reliable. I mean, we had some Genty talk in the Discord earlier today. Funny enough that I drafted him here, but I like the early second ADP on him. I know he's a rookie and stuff, and people kind of get scared about that, but he's about as safe as it gets. Typically with these first round, second round ADP running backs that get drafted in the first or the rookie year, they're really good. They don't usually bust.
I can attest to that. Bucky Irving gone to Midi. Jonathan Taylor to Gav. So Gav has doubled up on running backs to start. Brock Bowers, Team 8. Ugly Kid takes Brian Thomas. And now, Brian, you're in a little bit of a thing here. I think there's a guy you can choose. I see him right on
There's
the
a very clear guy. Definitely, it's a very obvious choice. Drake London, right? Definitely want to get, a good wide receiver running back just in the first 2 rounds there. So there's my guy.
Me personally, I'm not going Drake London over AJ Brown, but I get the bias.
I actually do like the Drake London over AJ Brown. I mean, I think, is Brown hurt? Did Brown get hurt or something in training?
Brown's hurt right now, but I feel like the Eagles are slated. They're saying they're going to be passing a lot more, and I do kind of see with Atlanta, right? Michael Penix really has to have that good season there. He had a good end of last season, but hopefully he takes off this year.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm not really liking my picks right now here. Lamar Jackson, Josh Jacobs, AJ Brown off the board after that. We talked about this, G. We talked about the second round, whether you prefer a running back or a wide receiver, and we're right in that spot right now. And it's the players that we already talked about: Chase Brown, Ladd McConkey, Tyreek Hill, Kyron Williams, and those guys. I'm going to go a little different here because there's a guy on the board that I cannot miss. I know I have another pick coming, but I cannot miss this guy if he leaves. So I'm going to go Josh Allen here because
it's too early, man.
I feel like everything else is equal right now. I could have picked Chase Brown, Kyron Williams, but it's all the same thing, right? Like
I guess
I can wait for them. I can wait for them for 2 picks. And then Ladd McConkey, James Cook, he gets doubled up. So now they're still back on the board. So I'm going to go with my guy, Kyron Williams. I always love that guy. Now I got 2 running backs and a quarterback.
I mean, I like the overall what you kind of end up with: Bijan, Kyron, Josh Allen. Can't really complain about that. So
we're running a lot. All right.
Yeah.
Trey McBride, Breece Hall, Jaden Daniels off the board. Bryant, you're back on the clock.
Thinking about going running back again. There's a couple good options in this range over here. There's my guy I feel like everyone overlooks every year in Alvin Kamara, but I'm going to go with Chase Brown, gonna ride that hype train.
Damn, that's a good pick.
Yeah, I mean, I like Chase Brown. Maybe I'll have to bite the bullet on it. I don't know if I'm gonna really be drafting too much Chase Brown in any of my leagues.
Is there a problem with Chase Brown?
I just don't. I don't believe it. I don't. I didn't see it. Like a lot of it was just volume. I don't know that whole Bengals offense. I want the receivers and quarterback, and that's it. You know what I mean?
I feel like, I mean, I don't think there's any competition there. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know. I think that like P Ryan or something. Like you're
Yeah.
definitely right about that. There's no competition. I mean, I guess per se, but it's not that portion of it that's like scary. I guess it's just like more about like, am I really gonna like put stock into this guy? I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe it's a little unnecessary.
Well, we can talk a little bit more about that later, but right now, JSN, T. Higgins, Jalen Hurts off the board. Gab selects that. Alvin Kamara in the third round is a little dicey, but okay.
I really want a running back here, but I don't see the one I like. I see a lot of receivers I like. One that I particularly do not want to let go by. Join the Young Men's Club here with my buddy Matt. I'm taking Marvin Harrison. I'm expecting a huge, huge, huge year from him this year. I think a lot of it last year was just Kyler funny business, but I believe in it this year. I mean, the hype is he's too good not to be good.
You know Kyler's still the quarterback there, though, right?
Yeah.
And what if he does more funny business? They get another season. What if he plays more COD?
He has been on Battlefield, I guess, what they've been saying, so he's more locked in now.
Is that true?
No, I don't know. I'm just making it up. And then I went Ken Walker because I think it's a little bit of a reach there at the 4-2, but I just need the running back. And now I'm kind of my core of my team solidified with Genty, Walker, and then Collins, Marv. I like that. I feel very comfortable with that. I feel like not drafting running back here, and when I'm at the swing, I would have to wait so long for another pick. I don't know who's going to be available, right?
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about that right now because I'm looking at my roster. I don't have a wide receiver yet. I'm going to draft one in the fourth round, my wide receiver 1. So I'm already thinking about this draft so far, and I'm not quite sure I love it until I get the guy that I want. If I get the guy I want, then that's fine, but we're gonna
Someone
have to
draft
see.
Devontae Adams.
I do not want to draft Devontae Adams here. I'm going for another running
I know
back.
Matt wants him, though.
I'll leave it for Matt. You can come get your Devontae Adams unless the bots pick him off first.
I hate that. I hate when
didn't
the auto pick
see.
takes my pick.
What running back do I want to get again?
By the way, Garrett Wilson, DK Metcalf, Omarion Hampton, George Kittle off the board. Kittle on the 4th is a good value, I'd say. Oh, man. Okay. So James Conner goes to Bryant. He has 3 running backs now. Devontae Adams gets auto-drafted. Mike Evans and Joe Burrow. Okay, so 2 wide receivers got taken off right when I was going to get one. So I'm in a pickle here, guys, because the top-rated wide receiver is Rashee Rice, and he's going to get suspended. I think that's a certainty, but he is a good talent when he's on the field. And then you got DJ Moore, Cortland Sutton, options that you don't really want as a wide receiver 1.
I think there's a really good option here. I don't know if you want my help or not, but
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what you think.
I think I like DJ Moore here. If you want something safe, if you're looking for maybe some more upside, and this doesn't sound like a little biased, but I'd go George Pickens. I think it's still safe. I still think it makes sense. He's a high volume pass attack, and you really need someone that's going to be something like close to a vulture in terms of getting catches. So I feel like he'll get a lot of volume there.
My issue is that I don't want a wide receiver 2 as my wide receiver 1. That's the thing.
I mean, Tet's there.
That's there. I'm going to go DJ Moore, play it safe, and then hope that George Pickens will come back to me in the 5th round in the double up, because I'm going to go wide receiver heavy now for the next couple rounds, because I think I'm pretty set as far as my quarterback, my running backs. Now I'm just going to spam wide receivers, and then maybe go some 0 running back strategy after that.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I mean, like we're in complete opposite boats. I feel like I got like my core of my team, and then you're still looking to like get that finished, because you drafted a quarterback a bit earlier.
Exactly. I think you got to adjust when the draft actually happens. I didn't expect Josh Allen. I was not going to draft Josh Allen in the 2nd, but now that it's happened, now I got to adjust for it, right? Now I have to say, okay, I missed out on a wide receiver because I took Josh Allen. So now,
Oh, there
George
goes
Pickens is gone. Okay, so
no.
now I gotta ingest even more because stupid league mates always take away your shit.
Well, that's a good challenge, right? Get this practice was over with. Now, who knows? Well, I don't know if you actually draft Josh Allen that early in the real deal, but these strange circumstances, you got to be put in them to figure out what your plan is.
Exactly, it's practice for a reason. I don't know who this guy is. Does anyone know who the person who joined the mock is?
No
His
clue.
name is I Am Lavin.
I'm Lavin McLovin. Hope you're a fan of the show.
Well, McLovin needs to go a little faster here. But assuming that he chooses Chuba Hubbard, so I'm gonna go with Cortland Sutton. I'm gonna get some
That's
reliability.
disgusting.
I gotta get my
I
reliability.
would have gone Jameson, bro.
That's true. I do like Jameson. I do like him.
That's why you didn't draft him.
I think Cortland's gonna be just fine as a reliable guy, and I just want a reliable guy.
I mean, I respect it. It's not what I would do, I guess.
Speaking of unreliable, we got Rashee Rice, Devonta Smith, Sam Laporta off the board. Ted McMillan goes to Bryant at fifth round.
T-Mac, that wide receiver.
He's a good player. I really loved him in Arizona.
I will say pro tip, maybe stupid tip. Adam Thielen, being like 35 years old, is still on that team, and he somehow can give you like flex value every year so far. So if he's still around, might as well take a flyer late in the draft.
Bryce Young likes him. There's a connection there for sure. So, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. He's a very big sleeper.
Bro. I don't know if my pick's gonna get double tight ends by fucking Ugly Kid, and Mahomes goes right after him. Fuck,
Yo,
dude.
I'm gonna. Ugly Kid is clearly upset about that. He said no.
Fuck, I wanted Mahomes, man. I can't get Mahomes in the 5th round at the 11th pick. That is not possible. That is very, very annoying. You guys know what I mean?
Your council champion is gone too now. My council champ is gone in Devontae Adams. Your council champ is gone in Mahomes. Zay Flowers to Gav in the 5th round. Midi is up on the board. G, what are you thinking right now? Quarterback?
I'm going to get Kelsey. I'm going to take Kelsey here. He's the last really good tight end I see here. I like it. I'll take it. Quarterback, I'm punting because I don't know what to do there. I don't want Baker this early. I'm looking at J-Mo's still there. I'm going to go J-Mo.
I think that makes sense. I think that's a good value. 6th round.
In the
I think
6th
that's
round,
good enough.
yeah. I would have loved to see Travion Henderson there. I know Mitty just took him the front pick before me, so.
Travion's soaring up the board, and I'm a little worried. I think right now this is a good spot, late 5th, early 6th. I don't want to go earlier right now, and I know I'm a detractor right now. I do like him, and I do like the talent. I'm just a little worried that at a certain point when we start to really hype up these players, the value doesn't exist anymore, and they start to get the talent, but you're forgoing talent like a Jameson Williams, like, an Xavier Worthy or something like that, or Zay Flowers, right? So just keep that in mind. You could like the talent, but sometimes you don't have to like the price. And then if you don't like the price, maybe it's best to forego it.
Yeah, Matt, I think you're speaking very wise words there, man.
I appreciate that.
Ramondre somehow still exists, and Ramondre is Ramondre, but
Antonio Gibson.
He's gonna get his nut there, yeah.
I mean, they're paying him a lot of money. That's a problem.
There's also Josh McDaniels, and Josh McDaniels always rotates his backs. That's the thing.
But Travion Henderson is their best pass-catching running back and pass-blocking running back, their most explosive running back. So eventually he's going to get the field, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying, he's a good... I would pick him in the 5th round. It's not like I'm saying, oh, don't do it. But if you're doing it in the 4th round and you're passing over...
I could see if there was a run of running backs gone, like Ken Walker, Omarion, James Conner, and you're just like, fuck, I don't know who to take. And maybe you're just standing between, Hubbard, or you need 2 running backs, and you got back-to-back picks, and you got Hubbard, and then you need a second. I could go Travion Henderson there. Ideally, you want him to be your RB3 like Mitty has him. I think that's perfect. You have Bucky, Kamara, and then you can leave kind of Travion for a couple weeks, and you don't need to start him right away.
Mm-hmm. I think he would, if it comes to it, I think I'd be comfortable with him as an RB2, but maybe RB3. Well,
I would be
definitely
cool with
RB3.
him as my RB2 if I had everything else kind of really good.
Mm-hmm. All right. Isaiah Pacheco, Baker Mayfield, R.J. Harvey, DeAndre Swift. Calvin Ridley gets selected by Bryant in the 6th round. Travis Hunter, Joe Mixon, Aaron Jones. So now I'm back on the board. I'm spamming wide receiver. I am going Jalen Waddle here. That's an easy pick for me. And I know, I hate Jalen Waddle. I'm the one who hates Jalen Waddle. But I think Tyreek is starting to lose it a lot more than he used to. And that offensive line isn't very good. Devon Achan's hurt right now. I'm a little concerned about that injury, guys. It sounds a lot like Christian McCaffrey when he had that calf injury that kept him out of the preseason. So I think Jalen Waddle's in actually for a pretty big season. So I'm actually not mad at this pick at all. I think he could even like supplant one of my other 2 guys right now as my wide receiver 1, if I'm lucky.
I mean, just the scary part with that is like, sure, Achan's hurt and, Tua's healthy. The offensive line is still shaky at best. And that means Tua's not going to have much time to throw, which means most likely it's not going to be like quality volume that gets right.
What, in Miami? I feel like they've done a pretty good job in giving him good production.
Well, I mean, just because, no, I'm saying you take into consideration, if they don't have Achan, they don't have a run game, like, that's really bad in terms of just offensive, like quality, you know what I mean? Like, being able to move the ball down, keeping consistent drives going, getting touchdowns, and, like...
Well, you're not going to like my next pick, honestly, because my next pick was Chris Olave right after that. Also, wide receiver 1 in probably the worst offense in the league. But, I mean... I think there's an
offense at this point.
It's just opportunity. Like, it's opportunity versus good offense, right? There's a reason why these guys are going so low, and it's maybe because it's discounting those things, right? Like Chris Olave, I know he's the wide receiver 1. He's going to get a lot of opportunities, but people think, yeah, he's not going to be very good. Like that team's not going to score a lot of touchdowns. But I mean, that's the risk you take right now. It's like,
well, also with Olave, I feel like it's like 1 concussion away from retiring. So
yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it, Chris.
So I'm here. 3 running backs, a tight end, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, and a tight end. I still need a quarterback. I see Goff. I see Murray. I think I'm just going to go Murray, and then kind of solidify that. At least he got the running upside, got the stack with Marvin. I kind of really like that. Now I'm looking here at the wide receiver position and the running back position.
Someone drafted Evan Ingram and Jared Goff back-to-back in the 7th and 8th round.
I don't know if I'd really do this in an actual draft, bro, but just because it's a mock, you know what I'm going to take right now?
Tight end. Oh,
Bill.
Geez. Boo. You're ruining this mock here. You're ruining the mock.
How? He's going to be RB1 in a really good offense.
Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, drafted by G in the 8th round, which is ridiculous.
By the hype, fellas.
Chris Rodriguez was just named the starter.
Well, but Brian Robinson Jr. is projected the best running back available right now, right? And he's not going to be on the team. They said there's no chance he's actually on the team. He's a trader or a cut. So
is that a press conference or something? Someone said that?
No, this is my sources, okay? So,
okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Matt. So what my logic here is, right, is if you take out Brian Robinson and you just slide in Bill, then shouldn't he get that same ADP bump to where Brian Robinson was on? Brian saw Robinson some huge talent that we've never seen before or something.
What if it's not him?
Yeah, well, it's Chris Rodriguez season SDN.
Or Austin Eckler.
Relax, guys.
Oh yeah, resurgence of Austin Eckler in the year of our father, 2025. That'd be
Mr. 30-year-old.
Like I said, I probably wouldn't do this. I probably could have waited to my next set of picks to do that, but live last.
You're simulating what's going to happen in a week when the hype gets.
Someone will do
crazy.
this though. I have 6 leagues, right, and like that I would consider pretty serious. Like all sweats and stuff. Someone is going to take Bill in the top 9-8 rounds by the time the season starts. Like the hype is going to get out of control.
I'll be pissed if that happens. That's what I'm saying about value. That's not value right there. That's not value. All right. Jacoby Myers and David Njoku in the next 2 rounds, Bryant. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. Jacoby Myers, he's been my guy for a little bit now. You can always one of those sneaky dudes that will it's fairly.
Did he also go to USC?
He did not go to USC. He is in Las Vegas, which is kind of close to USC, but he's been my guy for a while there. But I feel like he's kind of an open secret now too. So get him while you can. And I feel like Njoku's just fallen enough, and that Browns offense is definitely a bit
As
shaky
long as
there.
Joe Flacco's starting, Njoku was a top like 6 or 7 tight end.
Yeah. The situation now that they've named the quarterback definitely is better for Njoku there. So it's like, yeah, it's a good place to get him.
Yeah, we just talked about it actually. Jamar, he had him as his worst. He had him as a tight end that you guys should target in your fantasy football draft. You guys are thinking alike there. I went.
Do you watch the podcast?
By the way,
Matt has just been on a devious set of picks. DJ Moore, Cortland Sutton, Jalen Waddle, Chris Olave, Khalil Shakir, brother.
Shakir. Matt,
maybe I'm overcompensating now in terms of wide receivers, but I got a bunch of reliable PPR guys.
He's got 5 in a row.
And Mitty commented in the chat, how many wide receivers do you need? I need all of them. But I think I need
receiver again, you delusional man.
No, I need a running back now. No, he's already got taken. I need a running back here because now I only have 2. I got Bijan and Kyron, which is, I feel like, a pretty good hero stack. But let's go with a guy with some potential, which there is none on this board here. Let's go with. Oh God, this sucks. I'm looking at the board, guys. I'm talking about it. Javonte Williams, J.K. Dobbins, Zach Charbonnet. Those are the 3 guys I'm actually looking at. Oh my God.
You ran out of time.
Oh my God, I ran out of time.
Wide receiver 6 with Matthew.
I ran out of time.
Matthew has 6 wide receivers after changing the timer to make it lower and it's hit himself.
Oh my God.
Matt forgot he changed his own timer.
That's crazy.
Oh no.
Bro was so focused on the podcast.
It's okay. We'll leave some running backs for you when it comes back around, Matt.
Well, yeah, I'm not drafting a running back, so I'll let you know that.
Fuck.
I got
not
Bill.
Good. And they made me draft they could have auto-drafted me a running back.
They looked at the team and they saw the holes.
They were like, well, this guy's picked. They're trying to AI predict my behavior. So they said, oh, let's do a wide receiver again. Matthew Golden, by the way, was the guy that I picked. Auto-drafted. Maybe they thought it was the same name. I don't know.
There's a steal left here right now. I do not think I'm going to get him, but there is a huge steal left right now.
Who is that?
I would tell you. Oh, you guys aren't going before me. It's Emeka Egbuka.
Uga.
I like that.
He's going to be wide receiver 1 or 2 in a pass-heavy offense until Chris Godwin comes back. And maybe it's one of those things where, like, you come back and it's just, fuck!
Mitty's on your ass, man.
He talks about it, and someone else steals it for him.
There's another sleeper here, though, too. Keon Coleman, new wide receiver 1 in Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what you were talking about. Uh-huh.
Fucking bastard. Straight bastard. But watch this. You guys want to see Mitty get pissed off, bro?
There you go. Justin Fields taken by G out of spite. That will happen. You will get spite picks. This is actually turning out to be a very realistic mock draft so far. I saw some trash talk in the comment section between Gav and Mitty. I don't know what's going on there. But
and someone misses their pick. That's
and
mad.
now G's saying "fuck you, Mitty." Yeah. By the way, last year G missed his pick. I think he misclicked, right? And he picked Brock Bowers, right?
Yeah, I think I missed. No, I think I just missed the pick. I think I took too long. I might have done the same thing as you did.
I think that worked out for you though.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out for you though.
This is a mock, so it's all good. Don't worry about it. I'm literally queuing up every running back now, and there's still the same running backs, which is even more concerning. Which means they're not even that valuable. Oh God.
Damn, dude.
Damn, I didn't know you could delete messages in the chat. Ugly kid. I see you there. He says he's cooked. Well, I mean, you picked back-to-back tight ends, so it kind of did it to yourself there.
Dak Prescott in the 10th round. I think that's a good value right there.
Yeah, that's a solid value. I want to go back to my pick real quick. I do think Keon Coleman has a lot of potential. As long as the passing volume in Buffalo goes up, which there's no signs it will, but on just some I assume that there's going to be some positive regression in terms of how many passing yards Josh Allen's going to have. He's not going to just keep having career lows in 3,500, 3,600s and stuff. I think that's a pretty logical assumption. I think that a lot of that will go because of Keon Coleman. If he's the receiver they drafted in the first round,
Definitely agree with that. I mean, they drafted him for a reason. There's also the added element where they didn't add anyone. and Amari Cooper left. So they need someone to step up. But they didn't really do anything.
And I mean, they
about
didn't
that.
use Amari Cooper either, bro, when they had
Yeah.
him. So I think they knew what they had in Coleman, and they want him to be the one. I mean, they did a lot of press conferences this year, especially Josh Allen. I watched Hard Knocks, and they kind of made an emphasis, maybe not like giving Keon Coleman the mic, which probably is better the best. If you've seen any of his interviews, he's hilarious. But I just think it's like safe in terms of like that's your first round pick. He's going in the 9th round at the end of the 9th. Like, man, it feels like last year Shakir to me.
That's unfortunate for me because I have Shakir. I'm really hoping.
I would definitely this year go Coleman over Shakir. Personally.
I think in terms of potential, I would do that. Yes.
Yes, but if we're talking about this year, like still, like
I would take that bet. I would take the bet that Keon Coleman finishes higher. Yes.
But you would still draft Shakir 2 rounds before?
Well, that was just because I don't know what I'm doing right now in this draft. Brock Purdy, Caleb Williams, doubled up by Brian. I think we're messing around here, guys.
No. Brian definitely listened to me when I said when you punt the quarterback position, you just take 2 back-to-back instead of just waiting to take another one.
Doubling up.
No, man.
Help it out.
Thank you for paying attention.
You took the quarterback that you are an NFL fan of in Brock Purdy, and then you took the quarterback of the USC team that you're a fan of.
I like it. I mean, there's still definitely, of course, high hopes for Caleb this year, but still a bit of risk to him. I feel like Brock Purdy is, consistent. Maybe not the highest of spikes per week, but he's pretty consistent. So I like that back-to-back. I'll take that.
I doubled up on running back, and I finally got my picks. I got Javonte Williams, Tank Bigsby. Not the most exciting guys, but the guys that I wanted on the board.
I took Austin Eckler.
There you go. You got 2 Washington running backs.
Yeah. You guys convinced me one of them is going to be good. So now if it's Chris Rodriguez,
I'm taking Chris Rodriguez next round. That's what I'm doing right now. You took my sleeper though, Luther Burden.
Yeah, I mean, you for people that don't know, we personally speaking here, me and Matt run a dynasty team together as co-managers, and all offseason we drafted Luther Burden, and anytime I bring up Matt's name to Luther Burden, Luther Burden's name to Matt, he just
I'm like, absolutely not. We're not trading Luther Burden. We're keeping him. Yeah. We're keeping him. They keep
that. So now, since that moment, Matt, I've seen a lot of Twitter stuff talking about how in every Ben Johnson offense, the slot receiver is the best, weapon to have. And the slot, they said so far throughout training camp, every day of practice has been Luther Burden. So
exactly, this is what I was saying. I've been saying it ever since the draft. Like
I was a huge Luther guy, and coming out of Missouri, I thought he was good.
Yeah, man. But I mean, when you read up on the profile, it's slot wide receiver, does a lot in terms of versatility. Like, that's the guy. Luther Burden was that guy. And then that's exactly what Amon-Ra St. Brown's profile was. He was drafted in like the 5th round, and like he was able to pop off in Ben Johnson's offense. So now Ben Johnson prioritizes Luther Burden at 2nd round. I think that he has a plan.
I think by the end of the year, especially if maybe the Bears don't win too many games, like DJ Moore is on the chopping block in terms of getting traded. I think he's expensive for their team, and I don't know if he necessarily fits the offense. I feel like he's an odd man out, right? Like Rome's going to be your star outside receiver, Luther's your slot guy. You got a tight end in Loveland, like Caleb's your quarterback. Feels like the future there of their offense, right?
Yeah, I think they're going to start pushing out some of those established guys. Like Ben didn't draft Odunze, he didn't draft DJ Moore, so we'll see what.
But Odunze is still really good though.
Is he?
Like the same way Burden was a high 2nd round pick, Rome was a high 1st round pick. He's good though. Rome is really good.
I don't know. I'm not.
And Brian, you're a big college football guy, and I'm pretty sure the Pac-12 was still around when Rome was at Washington. So you remember seeing Rome that year with the competent quarterback play, what he was able to do.
Yeah, I don't know if I was actually there for that year or not, but I mean, he was definitely super hyped out of college. And also, Luther Burden was on like the Blinkoff Award. That's the top award for the best wide receiver. He was like 2nd for that. He actually might have. No, he didn't win, I don't think, but he was very high on those watch lists too. So I mean, Luther Burden definitely has the talent, but it was interesting. He's like, I guess, a blocking guy from all the highlights I've seen so far. So
that's good. You want a blocking guy. If you can block on the field, then you're gonna see more time on the field.
That's a fact, Matt. My coach always used to tell us as receivers, you want the rock, you got to block. And I was like, fuck this blocking shit.
If it rhymes, it always works every time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're nearing the end of our draft here. I did draft Chris Rodriguez, by the way, in the 12th round.
All right.
So
I got a task for you guys before we end up here. One person left that someone should think about drafting that's still on the board. Just name someone that you guys would give a flyer to at this point. I got two, and that's going to be Tootin and Ray Davis.
I agree with that. I am trying to look for a guy here, but
Drake May's still on the board, but I already have my 2 QBs.
That's surprising. That's really surprising. I thought he would be gone earlier. Gosh, I like Drake May, obviously. I also like Cam Ward as a late round flyer.
I think both of them have a lot of rushing upside.
Yeah, there's always a rookie quarterback that does well. Jaden Daniels, C.J. Stroud. I think Cam Ward, by default, almost is going to be that guy. Drake
He's
May
not a rookie, but I think Michael Penix will be very good as well.
I think so, but I don't know if he runs a lot.
I think he'll outplay his ADP. I mean, that's a good way to kind of like establish things, right?
Yeah. All right. Finally, my tight end in the 14th round.
Yeah, you're a sicko,
Hunter
dude.
Henry.
This is fucking crazy, bro.
A classic.
Every year it will be that. Wait.
That shit's
He's
fucking
usually
crazy.
He's usually good for like the first 2 or 3 games of the season, and then just nothing afterwards.
Exactly.
So
I just have to
entirely-
remember this time. Last time I didn't remember that he starts falling off the cliff at like the week 3. So I gotta get rid of him beforehand.
Get it early.
Yeah.
That's the nastiest thing I've ever seen. The 14th round tight end. Why the fuck did you draft a kicker before a tight end?
I'm not drafting. By the way, my roster is made right now. I can't draft. I can only draft one of a kicker or a tight end. I mean, a kicker or a defense. So someone's getting cut probably after this. But I'm going with the kicker. Personally, I think kickers are a little bit more valuable than defenses. Defenses very much fluctuate, especially in the 15th round. Like by the time good defenses are already probably gone at that point. Damn, Gav took Dylan Sampson auto-drafted. That's actually a guy that I would like on the board because Krishan Judkins is not signed yet. So
That's true.
eventually you got to get signed. If Dylan Sampson's already comfortable in the offense because he's been in training camp the whole time, he's probably the guy you want to target. I would not even draft Judkins at this point.
I don't know. This Judkins thing really makes sense. Didn't he get cleared of his case, but there's still like an NFL suspension that could happen, and they haven't given him a contract?
And he hasn't signed yet, so like nothing.
Well, the Browns are saying they're waiting until the NFL gives him his punishment basically before they give him any contract. And I'm just like, that's so stupid. You guys signed fucking Deshaun Watson knowing he had 14 cases or 24 cases or whatever it was, and now you can't sign Krishan Judkins, who just got cleared of his case, right?
But maybe that's the reason why they are waiting this time, because if you're a rookie and you just draft and you're suspended for the first maybe 6 games, I don't know. It's not the same as oh look at that, you can convert your draft into a sleeper league, so you can actually just turn it into a league. Should we just make this our listener league, guys?
Yeah, it'd be like plot twist.
This is the fun part.
This is the twist, actually. The mock draft you guys are on is the league. This was the draft. I just auto-drafted my shit. All right, so we're going to just briefly review the mock draft that we just did. Let's start off with you, Brian. Let's go with the 6th pick here. You got Jahmyr Gibbs, Drake London, Chase Brown, James Conner, Tet McMillan, Calvin Ridley, Jacoby Myers, David Njoku, Zach Charbonnet, Brock Purdy, Caleb Williams, Adam Thielen, Rashad White, Young Ho Koo, and the Seahawks defense. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, definitely. I think I like it overall. I mean, towards the latter part already, I'm just punting it around basically. I do feel like my problem every year is I always wait too long to get a good tight end or a quarterback and never really go for it. I didn't really do that this time around either, but that's something I can try to see, what the best window is to get, a good QB or a good tight end, because I don't want to throw it to the 8th round or later for both positions every single year. But I definitely like rolling out. I've been trying to roll out was 3 running backs early. Definitely got 3 ones that I'm happy with. Drake London, wide receiver 2 is a bit open, but that's why I got like 3 different potential wide receiver 2s. There's Intet, Calvin Ridley, Jacoby Myers. There's one of those are going to show up and I can use them week on week. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Although maybe I would definitely consider getting a QB or tight end a bit earlier there too, so you can fit that in.
I mean, compared to me, I think your balance is right. You went running back, wide receiver, and then you got your established wide receiver 1 and running back 1 at the start. And then you don't have to worry. And then the next picks are the potential picks, right? Chase Brown and Ted McMillan. Those are your choose. And when you get your choose, you kind of want to get a guy with potentials to become ones, right? So I think that's it was a good strategy. And I wish I did that.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're bringing up your team. I mean, I'm looking at this shit's fucking foul, bro.
This is an example of what you don't want to do.
Too. It's just so good to be like, oh, you got Josh Allen and Bijan and Kyron? Oh, my God. And then it's just like, oh, DJ Moore is your best receiver, Cortland Sutton, Hunter Henry, Jalen Waddle.
I just spam.
6 wide receivers.
Don't do what I do.
Don't do that.
Don't do what I do. But just to recap, Bijan Robinson, Josh Allen, Kyron Williams, DJ Moore, Cortland Sutton, Jalen Waddle, Kirsalave, Khalil Shakir, Matthew Golden, auto-drafted, Javonte Williams, Tank Bigsby, Chris Rodriguez, Trey Benson, Hunter Henry, Tyler Loop. Yeah, so break it up a little bit, guys. You never want to just spam wide receivers just because you feel like the need to have a wide receiver, and you're just trying to spam a bunch of options and see what sticks. I liked the first 3 rounds because it got me 3 established starters that I like. But yeah, you really need a wide receiver 1 that you can rely on. And once you feel like you can't rely on it, you kind of get a little bit uncomposed, let's say. And I was just, showing the example of what not to do. I definitely know what I'm doing. I was just trying to show an example of what not to do.
You should do what I did because my team, I really like it. I don't know if you guys taken a look yet, but I got Kyler, my quarterback, in the end of the 7th round, which I think is great value. And then my running backs are Genty and Walker, which is fantastic. And then I have Nico, Mar, and JMO as my top 3 receivers. And I feel like every week I'll be able to start them. Travis Kelce at my tight end, which I think is also really good. Okay, obviously, I drafted Bill in the 8th round. I wasn't the most serious pick, but even then, you plug in a different 8th round running back or whatever, and Keon Coleman, it's a good team. I like it.
I like it. I like that you doubled up, not necessarily in the same round as each other like Bryant did, which we discussed as a good strategy. But there's also that strategy of Murray and Fields. That also works, I feel. They both have rushing potential. As long as you get 2 quarterbacks with rushing potential, that works.
Whoever's got the better matchup that week probably will get the more rushing yards, and you call it at that.
Exactly. Even if you draft a mid-round quarterback, you should still double down. It's only the top one you don't have to do that, right?
Yeah, top 4 Allen, Jackson,
yeah, Matt
Daniels.
doesn't need another quarterback anymore. He needs more wide receivers.
Yeah, I like how you have a lot of potential in your draft too, G. I mean, guys Genty, of course, but also Bill, Burden, and your classic, second-year dudes that could blow up like Coleman, Harrison as well. So you have a lot of room for, getting some
upside
a lot of
there.
potential for your guys upside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm hoping there is.
You got it. That's a mixture right there. Once you keep on mocking, you want to find a mixture of established guys as well as guys that can be potential guys. They can take the roof off of their ADP and just outperform it completely. You got to get that mix.
And the way I like to look at it is by position group. I got a young running back, let me get another established running back. Or I got a wide receiver that might break out, let me get one that has a solid floor or something. You know what I mean? Have a good mix, but I think of it by group.
Yeah.
And that's a good way to balance it out, because you don't want to be I got 2 potential running backs that are going to break out, and then all these high floor wide receivers, because if none of the running backs ever break out, then you kind of got duds there.
Yeah, and then your wide receivers are high flows. They just get you 10 points a game, and then that's nothing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I think there's a good mixture of everything that you can get there on my team this mock draft.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. We will share the results of this mock draft and see who you think won this. We have a lot of listeners and Discord members as well joining, so maybe they won, and we are not going to talk about it because we are embarrassed about it. But take a look. It's in the social media. Yep. sports_counsel. All right, guys. It's the moment we've all been waiting for in terms of the members of the Listener League. We are going to move on to unveiling the Listener League draft order for the 6th Annual Sports Counsel League. This is always very exciting every time we do this. I mean, how could it not be? We're actually doing some real fantasy football here. This is the start of kind of everything that's about to take place, and your draft order matters incredibly so. So thank you to everybody who decided to join this year's Listener League. We got a handful of new people that we are excited to kind of share this with. And if you don't know, we're going to be recapping and discussing the results of the Listener League every week. So this will be far from the last time you hear about it. So without further ado, do you guys have any expectations of where you want to be?
I have one league already. I'm already 11th. So anything other than 11th and 12th, I'm okay with. I would ideally like something like 4 or 5.
I've done enough for I think if I do end up in the lower part of the draft, I know kind of what to do with it. But yeah, definitely get an early pick. Get my boy Amon-Ra on the board. That'd be great.
I really want to get on the edges here. I do not want to be in the middle of a 12-team league. I've strategized for how I would approach 1 and 2 and 11 and 12. I've done very little research on how I would approach 5 through 7, especially. And I'm sorry to say this, Bryant, I'm just not appealed to Amon-Ra as a pick, as my first pick. That's the thing. So yeah. In that middle round, that's Amon-Ra, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was practicing this draft from the middle and did feel kind of hard because you have to wait so long both times to get another pick there, too. It does kind of feel like at the ends, right, you get your 1-2 that feels more secure that way, so I can definitely empathize with that.
I feel like you have more control of your team when you get the ends, right? Because you see the board a little bit more, you have more control of what comes back to you, what the other person, like if you have, I had 11, I can see what 12 has and what they don't need, and that's why I feel comfortable making certain swings, right? But with 6, you're just like, every round it's like, I gotta just get my guy, and just gotta get my guy and fill my roster, and it's harder.
It's harder to project the decisions of 5 teams, right? Versus just one team in front of you who's going to double up, right? So it's easier to predict that versus, I got to predict how 5 more people are going to draft their teams right before I do. So then you kind of have to play that out in your head. But, okay, enough delay. I have it up on fantasydraftlottery.com. I put in all 12 of the teams. They are equal order. I have audited the results. They are completely even. So this will be the one and only time that we are going to be running this. So let's do it. I am clicking right now to generate the order. And we have it.
Okay. Oh, no.
Here we go.
This is how it's going to go. We have 12 picks here. I am going to go from 11 to 1. So I'm going to purposefully leave out pick number 12. If you are not still on the board as revealed as number 1, if I do not call your name as the number 1 overall pick, that means you're the number 12 pick. So when we get to the first overall pick, you could either be the first overall pick in the draft or you could be the last one. That's how we've done it for the last couple of years. It builds attention, I think. So, with the 11th overall pick of the 6th Annual Sports Counsel Listener League, it will go to Team Bryant.
Hey,
okay. Ends, okay. Gotta make that work.
Just copy what I did right now, bro. It'll work out for you.
Yeah, we'll get that exact team going.
Feeling good about that?
Yeah, I think I can definitely make that work. I definitely like the picks at the end of beginning of the second, end of the first there too. So I can definitely do a lot of mix and matching from there. So yeah, I'll take it.
All right. With the 10th overall pick, it will go to Team Matt.
Right with you, man.
I picked 10th last year, I think. That's weird. Okay. I wish I was a little bit further. Little bit. Brian, if you want to swap, I'm good with that. But
get something going. Yeah, just don't screw me over.
Now we're draft pick buddies. Now you steal my picks, I steal your picks. It's gonna be fun. Oh boy.
Really come at me. So yeah.
Last year it was Dylan. I'm pretty sure Dylan was swiping my picks like crazy. So that should be fun. All right. 2 podcasters already out of the way. Pick number 9 will go to Jesus. Team G.
Dude, you gotta be fucking with me, bro.
That's crazy.
Are we all together?
That's crazy. Okay, so basically we're all already out of the picture.
Nice.
Fuck you, fantasydraftlottery.com. This is not making for a compelling podcast here. I mean, G,
Change
how
me
do
to
you
one,
feel
bro.
about
Come on,
that?
just change me to one. Change me to
No,
one.
no, that's not
No,
happening.
come on. Do it again. Do it again.
What do you
For the
feel
views.
about this defending champion?
As a defending champion, I'm not gonna make any excuses, but it's nice. I get to know exactly what you two want. If there's a USC guy, take it before. If there's
Goddamn.
Oh no.
We're all in the
Nah.
same spot. Damn. All right.
It's all right.
Okay. Pick number 8 will go to Team Midi.
Jesus. All right.
This is
There
a
we go.
bloodbath right now. Relatives, longtime friends, podcasters, all in the same bunch right here. Where's our listeners, guys? Space it out a little bit. Oh my.
They get some listeners luck. They're early this year.
Well, I guess Midi originally was a listener, so he kind of counts for both teams.
He's gonna steal your picks, you know that, right?
Oh, 100%. I'm not doing limit box with him.
Pick number 7. Team Nando. All right, right in the
Okay.
middle of the pack
Be
for
nice.
Team Nando.
Got the bot right in front of us.
At pick number 6, we have Team Microphone Assassin. All right, finally, we got a newcomer here. I believe he is one of Gav's friends. He's on the Discord. He's pretty active. Welcome to the Listener League. You're picking right in the middle of the draft. So as long as you
Sucks.
follow exactly what Bryant did, you know, yeah, sucks to suck. I didn't want to be you.
We get a good team. Yeah.
Yeah, but seriously, all the best. We'll see how it plays out. All right, at pick number 5. Oh, I'm gonna guess Dylan here.
Ain't no way.
Team Gav. All right, right in the middle of the pack for Gav as well. He's gonna leapfrog Nando for the early picks. What do you think Gav's gonna pick? I feel like Gav always does running backs, but I mean, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson's gonna be in this range. I feel like he's gonna have to pick a wide receiver.
Yeah, no, I don't think he will. But that works out for us.
It's Gibbs, isn't it? He's gonna pick Gibbs. Oh god.
Probably.
Yeah. All right. At pick 4, we have Team Mickey Youngboy. I feel like this is eerily close to where he was picking last year as well. I think there was a Bijan Brees debate that he was having, and that was around that pick. But glad to have you back, Mickey Youngboy. Always a pleasure to do this fantasy football league with you. Should be fun. Can't wait to see what you do with this pick. Pick number 3, we have Team D Romeo, or Dromeo, I'm going to say. Also a new listener to the league, the 12th member to join. Welcome. You're getting a top 3 pick in your first year. I feel like that's beginner's luck.
Make it count.
You don't know if he's never played fantasy football before. He's just not been in our league.
Beginner of this listener league luck.
There you go. I was going to say, come on, bro. Give him some respect.
I know he's
slander
played.
our
I know
loyal
he's played.
listeners.
Experienced. But, he's never experienced the
Yeah,
listener
yeah.
league before.
Yeah, he doesn't know what's coming. Pause.
At pick 2, we have Team Dylan. All right, Dylan. There you go.
Getting
Finally
blessed.
on
No
the
excuses
board.
for being asked this year, Dylan. Any championship Dylan back.
Yeah, you're getting either Saquon or Bijan, so, I mean, you got to make it count. You're way up there.
Damn, so that leaves who here? That leaves Team Decker and Jamar?
Yep, that's what it is.
Oh, another new listener, and then another listener converted podcast / listener still.
Who had the first overall pick last year? God, I don't remember. I feel like Jamar was close in this. But either way, without further ado, we got 2 listeners at the top and the bottom here. So if I don't call your name out now, that means you're the last pick. So, with the first overall pick in the 6th annual Sports Counsel Listener League, it will go to Team Decker 99. So that means Jamar falls all the way down to pick number 12.
And with us.
Talk about beginner's luck right there. Talk about beginner's luck. The newest members all get top 6 picks. Wow.
Hey, shout out to them. They need it, man. Let me show you what it's about.
that revenge tour is going to get really hard for you now, Jamar. You're all the way down at pick 12. At least you get the double up, man. What can I say?
Yeah, it's not a bad pick. I would trade my 9 for his 12, so.
I'd trade for my 10 for his 12.
Yeah, but it's all right. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited.
Yeah, we got a lot of Jocelyn.
Simple as that.
Well, why don't you give us one last recap from 1 to 12, what the order is?
I'd be happy to, G. So at 1, we have Team Decker, 99. Team pick 2, we have Team Dylan. Pick 3 is Team Dromio. Pick 4, Team McYoungboy. Pick 5, Team Gav. Pick 6, Team Microphone Assassin. That's going to be interesting. Gavin, his friend, right up next to each other. Pick 7, Team Nando. Pick 8, Team Mitty. Pick 9, Team G. Pick 10, Team Matt. Pick 11, Team Bryant. And pick 12, Team Jamar. There's no redos. This is our Listener League order for the 6th Annual Sports Council Listener
Exciting.
League. Ooh.
Exciting.
Ooh, now we can set our mocks. Now we can finally get our mocks going.
And just if you're curious and you want to be in the Listener League next year and want to be participating and hearing your name called, make sure you join our Discord. That's found on our social media, sports_council. Join up.
Join up. But, this Listener League is set right now. We're going to be talking about it all season long. This should be very, very exciting. And the next time we'll be talking about fantasy football, we'll already have the week one results in. So, should be very fun. That is going to do it for today's episode. Once again, follow all our social medias, sports_council, to get the latest and greatest of our sports takes. Follow our Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music. If you want to keep on listening to all our podcasts, we got a couple more preseason episodes before we get started. We're going to be talking about real football just a little bit before the season gets started. Gee, I know you got a predictions episode on the way, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, can't wait to release that as well. We got, like you said, got some great content on the way. Nowhere else I'd rather be.
Yeah. All right, that is going to do it. What you guys going to do now, huh? Are we going to go right back into some mocks?
Start those mocks. Let's get going.
Probably send it in the Discord, so keep it.
Here we go. Number 10 again, really? All right. We'll have to do it the hard way then. See ya.
Bye.